Hello. You're listening to The Waning Moon, and I think we have an original story written by Wanetta Renay called Can't See the Forest for the Me's. I watched the ice pick puncture the eyeball. Blood spills from the wounded eye, along with copious amounts of vitreous humor. The doctor removes the ice pick and reinserts it into the young blonde female mental patient's left eye orbit. I can hear the sound of the bone there crunch, a sound like cracking an egg. A black eye forms almost immediately, and the eyelid swells. I feel him jiggle the ice pick. His hands are my hands. He is using my body like a puppeteer uses a marionette. Don't do this, please. I raise the chrome hammer, inserting the ice pick into the female patient's right eye. Tap, wriggle. The patient mews. Both eyes blacken. A thin trail of drool escapes from her slack mouth. Her eyes open. She stares up at me, him, and in a familiar voice she says, "Why didn't you protect us?" The doctor says something unintelligible in a heavy Middle Eastern accent. His voice echoes off the concrete walls of the surgery in the R.E. Williams home for the criminally insane. The woman on the table speaks again in a polyphonic voice. "We depended on you." A migraine blooms in my skull. I feel the door opening in my mind. My eyes fill with light. There's a figure next to me. She pixelates, dissolving into the world outside, while I disappear into the shadows of my psyche. The axe severs the hydrophalic's heavy-veined, bulbous pink head. The head leaves a Jackson Pollock blood spray pattern on the cracked gray wall behind the row of tiny hospital beds in the hydrophalic's ward of the asylum. The head is airborne momentarily. Then it rolls to a stop at my shoes. Its bloated, roseate features register puzzlement and grief. Its mouth open in a quiescent scream. Using my legs, she strolls down the line of hydrocephalic infants, lying abed regarding her with their sunsetted eyes. Chop! The Rorschach cascade of groom blossoms on the yellow floral wallpaper. Another head falls to the roach-littered, checkerboard patterned, ceramic tiled floor. Another. The prodigious craniums rise, floating in the air before me. My altar's image reflected in the smooth, inflated flesh of the cephalons, that of a wizened, toothless, bucolic woman in a faded house dress, holding a long-handled fireman's axe. The severed heads are speaking to me now in voices that seethe and crackle like a demonic shortwave radio transmission. "You murdered me." "No, Maxine, honey, no. You murdered us." "No, princess, it wasn't me. It was them. All them." The human bladders rise until they hit the ceiling. Then they burst, raining warm, glutinous spinal fluid on me. It tastes briny and smells of separation. The heads ululate amid the pestilential monsoon. The sound gets louder. "Choose," the black man says. I'm in the children's ward. The The other me holds an imbecilic Hispanic child in his arms, pressing my finger inside the boy's groin, with my long, sharp, yellowed nails piercing the skin there. Choose! What? The black man, my fingers squeeze the intestines, pulling them out, eviscerating the cretin. The small, protruding intestine is gray and purple in color and exudes an excremental fetor. The child is caterwauling now, sitting on a puddle of its own ichor. Choose. The organ snakes out of the child's body, filling the room with 22 feet of steaming gist. The offal wraps around my neck, choking me. I can't breathe. Can't breathe. Can't breathe. Coughing up blood. Blood on my hands, short. The shadows in the asylum's memorial garden interweave and quiver in the twilight wind, stirring the abandoned spilled cremains of the mental patients. The night is coming on delicate cat's feet as a mephitic ground fog rolls over the barren ground. My nose is encrusted with ash. Hours, days ago, I accidentally inhaled that scarea mixed with the toxic waste that is everywhere in Granville. And then everything went black. Lost time. It was then I found myself possessed by the spirits of those poor, long ago deceased inmates. I made the wrong choice. I should have never let Dow Chemicals put their carcinogenic fertilizer on my crops. Nor should I have encouraged my neighbors to use Dow Chemicals shit. The fertilizer made of toxic waste that turned my hometown into a ghost town. Took my family, friends, caused my horse's intestines to rupture, snaking onto the ground, steam rising from the organs on a cold December day. A sudden zephyr rises, stirring the ashes in the crushed copper soup cans that lay on the stony ground. It was all my fault. When they razed the town, there was no place left to live but the boarded-up nut house, and I was too soul-sick to start over. I was born in Greenville. Now I'll die there. All my fault. All my fault. The dust devil pirouettes. Putrescency elevates into my nostrils. All those murders were delusions. Yet I look down at my calloused hands, and I wonder if all the blood on my fingers is mine. And that was the end of I Can't See the Forest or The Me's by Wanetta Renay. I am Dr. Zabula. This has been Waning Moon. And I'll talk to you soon.